Welcome to all. I am Dr. K. Kaleeswari, PG Department of Commerce CA, Vellara College for Women. Now I am going to discuss about collecting banker. In the ordinary course of any business, people use it to buy and sell products, services, raw materials, semi-finished goods, and even events. For settlement of the purchases, everybody used to issue check for cash payment is not possible in all situations. Another reason is that it is not safe to deal in cash always. Sometimes the seller offers credit to the buyer, so everyone cannot pay cash one-to-one, and the use of check, bill of exchange, and other modes of electronic payments are made necessary. Next, collecting banker. Who is collecting banker? The collecting banker is one who undertakes to collect the amount of a check for his customer from the paying banker. Collecting banker is defined as the authority or banker who receive the bills, check, drafts, pay orders, letter of credit on behalf of the clients. Here is an example. There are two people, one is A and second one is B. A is having saving account in Punjab National Bank and B is having account in Citibank. A has given B a crossed check. Now B goes the Citibank and hand over check to Citibank to clear the check. Now what is the responsibility of Citibank? What is the responsibility of Citibank? Responsibility of Citibank is to collect the money from Punjab National Bank and to credit the amount in B's account. On behalf of his customer, Citibank is going to collect the money from A's bank, that is Punjab National Bank. In this case, B's bank is called as collecting banker and A's bank is called as paying banker. This is the concept of collecting banker. So next, capacities of collecting banker. In collecting a check, the banker can act as two capacities, namely as a holder for value, as an agent for collection. As a holder for value, the collecting banker is said to acting as holder for value when the collecting banker advances money to the customer before the realization of the check given for collection. When the collecting banker settles the loan amount due from the customer with the check amount given for collection even before its realization. Where a collecting banker reduces an OD with the amount for collection before its realization. When a part of the check amount is given by the collecting banker to the customer even before the realization of the check by allowing the customer to draw the fulfillment amount of the check before its realization. If the banker acting as a holder for value, his rights will be the same as those of a holder in due course. If the instrument, that is check, contains a forgery, title of the true owner will be the superior. If there is forgery, the collecting banker will have to refund the amount to the true owner. He can recover the money from the lost endorser. If the customer is unable to meet the liability, that the banker will have to bear the burden. Next position, banker as an agent. A collecting banker acts merely as an agent of his customer when banker receives the check for collection, send to the paying banker for realization of the check, receive the proceeds, that is realized amount, credits to the customer's account after charging the collection expenses, his commission, etc. In this case, the banker acts as just an agent of the principal, that is his customer. Here, the collecting banker is performing two functions. If the check is regularized, the banker will credit the amount regularized to the customer account. Next, if the check is dishonored, the bank has to inform the matter to the customer and return the check to his customer. So next, conversion. Conversion is a wrongful interference with the goods of another. It means an improper or morally wrong interference, use, sale or taking with the property or goods of another person that is not congruent with the owner's right of possession. Goods include bill of exchange, check, promissory note. In short, conversion is depriving the ownership from the true owner and giving it to the another. The banker only responsible for conversion if he receives a check for a client who does not have a title or faulty instrument title. Next, we are going to say about statutory production to collecting banker. According to section 131 of the Negotiable Instrument Act, statutory production is available to the collecting banker only if the fulfills the following conditions. The check he collects must be a crossed check. Next one, he must collect such crossed check only for his customer as an agent, not as a holder for value. He must collect such crossed check in good faith and without negligence. First one, the check he collects must be a crossed check. In the capacity of agent for collection, the banker collects a check on behalf of his customer that also when presented to him. If a customer gives an open check, a check uncrossed, the banker has to cross the check before it is sent for collection. Then only he can claim production under section 131 of the Negotiable Instrument Act. Second, production. He must collect such crossed check only for his customer as an agent, not as a holder for value. Section 131 gives statutory production to the collecting banker only when he acts as agent for collection and not as a holder for value. As an agent, the collecting banker read the account of the customer only after realization of the check. In such case only he can avail the production under section 131 of the statutory production. If he collects a check other than a customer, he will not be protected. Third, protection. He must collect such crossed check in good faith and without negligence. Good faith means good faith on the ownership of the check. The collecting banker should accept check for collection only on good faith. There should not be any grounds to doubt the ownership of the customer on the check. Otherwise, there should not be any ambiguity on ownership of the check. If any doubt arises, the banker should clarify it before proceeding for the collection of check. Example, a check for rupees 10 lakhs favoring N. Murugan is deposited by the customer named N. Murugan, whose account has previous transactions in the range of hundreds and thousands only, and his occupation is also not in a position to receive such a big amount. In this case, the collecting banker should enquire the customer, should ensure source of such income and that the customer is the true owner of the instrument. So next topic, duties of collecting banker. Due care and diligence in the collection of check, serving notice of dishonor, agent for collection, remittance of proceeds to the customer, collection of bill of exchange. The first duty is due care and diligence in the collection of check. The collecting banker is bound to show due care and diligence in the collection of check presented to him. In case a check is entrusted with the banker for collection, he is expected to show it to the drawee banker within a reasonable time. Then second duty, serving notice of dishonor. When the check is dishonored, the collecting banker is bound to give notice of the same to his customer within a reasonable time. It may be noted here, when a check is returned for confirmation of endorsement, notice must be sent to his customer. If he fails to give such a notice, the collecting banker will be liable to the customer for any loss that the customer may have suffered on account of such failure. Next duty, agent for collection. In case a check is drawn on a place where the banker is not a member of the clearing house, he may employ another banker who is a member of clearing house for the purpose of collecting the check. In such a case, the banker becomes a substituted agent. Remittance of proceeds to the customer. In case a collecting banker has realized the check, he should pay the proceed to the customer as per customer's direction. Generally, the amount is credited to the account of the customer. On the customer's request in writing, the proceeds may be remitted to him. The last duty, collection of bills of exchange. There is no legal obligation for a banker to collect the bills of exchange for its customer, but generally, bank gives such facility to its customers. In collection of bills, a banker should examine the title of the depositor as the statutory production under section 131 of the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. Thank you.